Ever since the One Piece Volume 102 cover revealed that Sanji's Ifrit Jambe had blue flames, I wanted to create a drawing of it. Doing so, I wanted to share some tips on how to make really cool and dynamic blue flames that could help you on your drawings or manga colorings. I will fast forward the drawing process and coloring the base colors and focus only on the blue flames for this tutorial. I have set a dark blue background as well so that we can appreciate better the glow and special effects of our flame. With anime-style drawings, you want to make sure that your flames are vibrant and saturated as opposed to a more realistic look. The essential base for these flames we will build will be the same, so you can visualize by creating a simple, tall, oval shape. But to make it dynamic, create smaller ovals on random spots of either side of the flame. We will erase the outer circle and you will see we have a cooler shape of the flame. This is essentially what we will be creating every time. So you will be working hand in hand with your brush tool and your eraser tool with the same brush. You want a round brush with some opacity variation. I am using the round brush on the painting tab in Procreate. This works wonderful since depending on the pressure you get bolder or more translucent strokes. Create a round shape on the base and then create some more on top of each other on different positions. You want to make sure you are playing around with the pressure of your pen, as it will create a more translucent flame. We want to avoid bold strokes with fire. Then take your eraser with the same round brush and you will start cutting some of the roundness you created, making the flames more stylized and dynamic. Again, play with the pen pressure to keep some of the original color strokes but with lower opacity. With fires and flames, you can be as random as you want. There is never a symmetrical or perfect shape since it is constantly moving fiercely. So you want to transmit that in your drawings as well. Just don't have boring shapes. Once you are happy with the main flame shape, you can start adding brightness in the middle of the flame. So the trick with any color of fire is to have a white center and then the color appears as you come to the edge of the flame. In this case, we will add a brighter cyan color in the middle. And we are going to create new bubbles and ovals within the blue flame. Just don't let it touch the edge, keep it in the middle. In this case, we will not use the eraser since it will remove also our base blue color. But instead, grab that original blue color and use it as an eraser. Cut in the cyan bubbles to give it a sharper and stylized shape. Then, repeat the process with a lighter color, and don't let it touch the edge of the cyan color. So we will have around 3 different layers of shades. Once you're happy with the overall shape, grab the medium brush in the airbrushing tab or any soft brush you'd like. And go to Adjustments and select Gaussian Blur. Select the pencil option, not the whole layer, and start blending some of the edges of the flame just slightly, and not the entire flame. This will give it that blurry effect like heat waves as if it was burning hot. Whenever you are creating a drawing with special effects such as fire, lighting, or magic, you want to make sure the rest of the drawing is affected as well. In this case, we need to add glow to the parts where the flame is being reflected, like the inner part of the legs. This is a crucial step, otherwise it looks dull and flat, and it does not give the effect that it is actually a glowing and hot flame. For example, when you have a screen close to your face, you can see the white-blue reflection on your face, so it is naturally something that needs to be added on any drawing that has these sort of effects. We have a layer above the base coloring and below the line art with the blending mode Add. Here, we will use our medium brush and add some soft and blurry shine. Before we move on to the rest of the face and the body, our flame still looks kind of flat, so we need to add some glow. We will create a new layer above the flames we created and go over with the medium brush with the blue color, and then select the blending mode Vivid Light. This will create a nice glowy aura around the flame. Create yet another layer above the blending mode Add, and we will add some more glow with a light cyan color, specifically in the middle parts above the lighter parts of the flame. You will go all the way to the rest of the face and arms where the light is being reflected. If you have seen my other tutorials, you know that I love adding white thin lines around the areas that the light is being reflected. This helps make the artwork still have structure and definition other than being a blurry mess. Moving on to additional details specific to this drawing, we see that Sanji's Ifrit Jambe attack has some lighting coming out of the foot. Luckily, we just have the perfect brush to create those lighting effects easily. On the luminance tab, we have a brush called Light Pen. This literally creates lighting in such a clean way. We will play with the pressure to have thick and thin lines along the lighting bolts to create a random effect. We can add some more embers around the flames and add even more glow to certain parts of the fire and so on. If you notice, we do not have a free-moving fire here, like you would see on a torch or a bonfire. But instead, we have the flame attached to Sanji's leg to indicate that the fire is coming from his leg and it's just not sitting there like a torch. Which is why I added some little flame-like strokes below the knee to keep the fire attached to the leg and not move freely. As a last step to create more depth on your drawings, we will add stronger shadows on the opposite sides of the glow. Create a new layer below the liner and select the blending mode luminosity. Grab a black color and with the medium brush, start shading the outer edges of the arms, legs, and face. This will give the appearance of the flame being really bright against a dark setting. You can then play with the layer's opacity if you want a stronger or a more subtle shading. And voila, we have created Sanji's Ifrit Jambe attack. This blue flames technique can be used with other characters such as Marco, but instead of using blue tones we can use a cyan and yellow colors, or you can simply replace the blue tones with orange and yellow tones to create a regular flame. If you do try out this technique, definitely tag me on Instagram or Twitter, I would love to see your results. It is a very fun technique that really brings to life any drawing or coloring that involves fire. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.